Hey guys, it's Leanne. Welcome to my YouTube channel if you are new here. If you're not new, then welcome back. So today's look was just a look on the eyes. So it's literally such a beginner friendly eyeshadow look. As you can see, it's literally just a very simple wash of colour with a little bit of shimmer, but it does give the effect of a spotlight eye. So as you can see in the centre, it's a little bit lighter. Now, if you want to know how to achieve this beginner friendly eyeshadow look, then keep on watching. And before we jump into the tutorial, can I just remind everyone to please subscribe and follow me over on Instagram, which I will leave down below. So yeah, keep watching if you want to see how to achieve this eyeshadow look. And if you do try it, then please tag me on Instagram and show me your recreations, because I'd love to see. So to start, I'm going to be going in with the Morphe M433 brush, and I'm going to be taking the NYX Cosmetics matte bronzer in the shade Deep Tan. So I'm just going to start by placing this just on the outer corner of the eye, and I'm just patting this down, and then I'm just going to slightly blend over top of the edges. Just using circular motions, holding my brush more towards the bottom of the brush. So rather than hold it up here where you're going to place some more pressure on the brush, I tend to hold the brush a bit further down, which gives you a bit more control and means your hand is a little bit looser. So I'm just going to go back in again now with some more product, and I'm taking this colour above my natural crease. So where my eye socket dips in, where I'm pressing the brush in there, I'm just taking this colour a little bit above my natural crease so that we can see it when my eyes actually open. So again, I'm just going to be softening these edges just by doing circular motions. So a little bit more product now. I'm just building this colour up with each different layer. So as we can see, because I've placed the most colour on the outer corner of the eye, this is the part that is looking the darkest, which is what I actually want. So the next brush I'm going to be going in with is the Zoeva 228 Luxe Crease Brush. And the palette that I'm going to be using is the B.PERFECT Cosmetics STACEY Carnival palette. This is one of my favourite palettes ever. It's something I use on clients and on myself, and I always go back to it. I'm going to be taking the shade Naked. So I'm going to be taking the shade Naked just to diffuse the edges of the bronzer colour I've laid down. So again, I'm just using circular motions, being very gentle, and I'm taking this up to the eyebrow, as you can see. I'm just going to go back in with a bit more of the shade Naked, tap off any excess, and just blend over these edges. Then running it to the front of the brow as well. So as you can see, this is looking a lot more blended now, and that is still only just with two shadows, that's all, just two shadows. Well, one is an eyeshadow, one is a bronzer. So yeah, just with a bronzer and an eyeshadow, we've achieved this look already. So I'm going to be going back into the bronzer now with the Morphe M433, and I'm just going to be adding a little bit more of the bronzer, then I'm just going to blend these edges. And I'm just keeping that in a rounded shape. I'm not dragging the shadow out. All I'm doing is rounding off just here. And to achieve that, I'm just going to run the product in like an almost C shape, so the shadow just curls underneath the bottom lash line, like so. So the next product I'm going to be going in with is the Fenty Beauty Killawatt Freestyle Highlighter Duo, and this is in the shade Ginger Binge and Moscow Mule. I watched a tutorial on Fenty's channel and I seen one of Rihanna's makeup artists do this, and it's just blown my mind because it looked amazing on camera. It looked stunning, so I'm going to try it today. So one of Rihanna's artists did was take the Fenty Beauty 120 highlight brush, and literally this brush, it's shaped perfectly just to apply highlight, but it also just fits in to like the creases of your eye. So what one of Rihanna's artists did was just dipped the brush in, so it's got a nice amount of highlight on, and that was in the shade Ginger Binge. This one is Ginger Binge. So I'm just gonna tap off any excess, and then all Rihanna's artist did was take the brush, and she literally, or he, I'm not sure if it was Hector or Priscilla, just literally ran it across the eye. Now I'm going to dip back in for a little bit more colour. make sure the brush is fully coated, and maybe I won't tap off the excess, maybe I'll just, okay, definitely don't tap off the excess because this works better. Yeah, I had the brush in this position and now I'm just going in this position, just pressing the brush quite firmly into the eye socket. And that's just going to give us a nice little wash of shimmer. So even that, if this was like something very subtle for daytime, I could stop here and be fine with this because we've got a little bit of shimmer, a little bit of a rounded smoke. But I'm going to go in with the other shade now. So this one is Moscow Mule, same brush again. So I'm just going in now with Moscow Mule, making sure I've got a lot of product in, not tapping off the excess like I said, and I'm just going to press the brush firmly into the eye socket. So that has just made such a difference. So now that this stage of the eye is done, I'm going to go back into the B.PERFECT Stacey Marie palette, and I'm going to be taking the shade Hush. I'm just going to take my ring finger, and what I'm going to do now is just push this colour into the centre. Just press this into the centre, and I'm going to bring it above my own crease. So I'm going to take it quite high. So I just keep dipping in again, just building that colour up. So this is going to give like a spotlight effect, as you can see. And now I'm going to go in with the shade Queenie, which is a deeper gold. This is more of a champagne gold. This is more of a deeper gold. So I'm going to be taking this just on the same finger. I'm just going to be placing this on the lid in the centre again, pressing it down onto my eyelid. So that just intensified the colour. So now I'm going to be taking the Zoeva 226 smudger brush, and I'm going to be using, in this palette there's two highlighters, so Sinner, which is more of a gold tone, and Saint, which is more of a pinky tone. I'm just going to be putting Sinner just underneath the arch of my brow. So because that always looks so good in photos, it always shows up. So last step in this eye look is I'm just going to be taking a clean brush. So this is the Morphe M518, and it's just a fluffy brush. And all I'm going to do, see here, you can see there's just like a white line where it doesn't fully join up. So I'm just going to be taking a clean brush and just buffing away some edges so that there's no gap between my actual brow and the shadow. So even doing just that small step made a world of difference. So now what I'm going to be doing is I'm going to be taking the NYX Cosmetics pencil, slide on, glide on pencil. It's so small because I use it all the time. I actually do need to get another one. And this is in the shade Golden Bronze. So I'm just going to be taking this in the waterline. So I'm really pressing that into the waterline. That is one thing I will say, you do need to press these pencils to get a good colour payoff. And I'm just taking that to where, basically where my eyelashes are. So in the waterline and just a little bit below. So now I'm going to have to set this so it won't smudge. Even though it does say waterproof, I always just prefer to set it with eyeshadow anyway. So to set the waterline colour and to just blend it, I'm going to be taking the Zoeva 226 smudger brush, which was the same brush I used to do the under the arch highlight. And I'm going to go in with the shade Queenie. And to set that colour, I'm just simply placing it flat on top of the eyeliner. And I'm just simply pressing it on top. So can everyone just see how much that changed? How bright the under eye was looking. And a little tip, golds always set off greeny / hazily eyes. Definitely a complimentary colour. Now what I'm going to do, just on the inner third of the eye, I'm going to be taking the lighter colour. I'm going to be taking the shade Hustle. I'm going to be taking Hustle on a Morphe Jeffree Star JS13 brush. And that will give the appearance that the eye is bigger by putting the lightest part of the eyeshadow or makeup look closest to the inner corner of the eye. So now what I'm going to be doing is I'm going to do the other eye, and I'm going to do a little bit of mascara and some false eyelashes, and then I'm going to come back and we're basically done. So now that the other eye's done and I've applied lashes, I'm going to be taking the Zoeva 230 Luxe Pencil brush, and now I'm going to be going back in with the bronzer. So I'm going back in with the NYX bronzer in the shade Deep Tan, and all I'm going to be doing is just running a little bit of the bronzer just on the outer corner of the eyes, and this is just to deepen it up and give it a little bit of definition. And by adding a little bit of darkness to the outer corner, it makes the inner corner look a little bit even more lighter. So that is it, guys. That is literally the easiest eyeshadow tutorial I think I could ever do, and it be the most effective. And when I say effective, I mean in terms of like my eyes looking large now because I've put the light here. My lid looks bigger because I've done a spotlight effect. So that is just a basic eyeshadow look that most beginners will be able to pull off. If not, just practice makes perfect. And if you still have any questions, please leave me a comment down below. Follow me over on Instagram. I'll leave my Instagram on the screen. And I will just go now, do all my face makeup, and I will get back to you to sign off. Well, thank you so much for watching, guys. Also, what I will be doing is I'm going to be taking the Makeup Forever pencil in the shade Whatever Black. And this is just a good tip to conceal the lash band. I'm just going to be running a little bit of the pencil along the lash band, and that's just to make it look like it's my own natural lashes. So this is just very simple. All I'm doing is just simply going to be putting a little bit of pencil just at the tips of my lashes, just at the roots. Just making sure I get a strong line. So I am actually pressing quite firmly. So as we can see, that just made a whole lot of difference. And now when I look down, it should make my eyelashes appear a bit more, like if there's any gaps. Say for example, if you're not the best at putting on eyelashes and you have actually, you know, you've managed to stick the eyelashes on, but a little bit might be, let's say, a little bit higher in the inner corner, by taking a pencil, it just sort of conceals any little errors you might have made. So yeah, now that that's done, I'm just going to go and do all my face makeup. So this is the finished and completed look. So yeah, thank you for watching my eyeshadow tutorial. I hope that everyone finds it easy, and hopefully it'll be a good starting point for some beginners in makeup, or even just generally if you're good at makeup anyway. Hopefully you've all learned something new, and I will see you in the next tutorial. But don't forget to subscribe, turn on the notification bell, and follow me on Instagram. Thanks for watching.